Now we're going to show you how you can add exceptions to a typical scheduled week. There are a couple of different ways we can do this. One is by using a special type of schedule called a calendar schedule. A calendar schedule is a list of exception dates, like holidays, that can be referenced in more than one individual schedule to control objects. This makes it much easier to manage holidays and other exceptions. As changes are required, all that is necessary is to change the calendar schedule, not the individual schedules that reference it. I'll begin by using the palette sidebar to drag a calendar schedule onto a wire sheet, in this case for my cafe. And I will call this my holiday schedule. To add dates to the schedule, I simply need to double click on the holiday schedule object, and that will bring me to the AX calendar scheduler view. To add a holiday or exception to the calendar, I click the Add button, and I can add events such as New Year's Day. Which is a date, any weekday, 1 January of any year. Using that any year feature allows me to create a holiday every calendar year going forward. Click OK, and it adds the date. I'll add another date, the US holiday Memorial Day. So I'll click Add here. And Memorial Day is not a specific date every year, but instead follows a formula. So to add a formula, I can select week and day. In this case, the formula for Memorial Day, it is the Monday of the last 7 days of May. And you'll see that it automatically calculates in the calendar for 2020 to be May 25th. I could add one more date here just to demonstrate the process. Christmas is the 25th of December in any year. And so it adds that additional day. Once I have my list of exceptions and holidays, I click Save, and I've created my calendar that I can use in more than one schedule. Now I need to go into all the individual schedules that I want to reference this calendar and add it as an exception to the calendar. So I will go to my cafe wire sheet here, and I'll use my cafe aux schedule to demonstrate how to reference a calendar within a Boolean or a numeric or an enum or string schedule. Double-clicking on the Cafe aux schedule opens up the AX scheduler view. And within there is something called a special event. The special events tab is where I add holidays and other exceptions to the normal 7-day calendar of the schedule. So I'll click Add to add an event, and I will call this my holidays event. And it's not going to be a specific date. It's not going to be a date range or a week and day. It's going to be a reference. I'm going to reference that calendar schedule called holiday schedule. Now I have to be careful when I do this, even though there's only one calendar schedule in the list of calendars within my station, I must click on it to select it before I click OK. Otherwise, it will not be linked to the holiday schedule. My final thing to do here is to tell the Cafe aux schedule what do I want to do on the dates that are listed in the holiday schedule. In this case, my sequence of control will be I want the cafe to be unoccupied all day on those dates. So what I do is I go over to the 24-hour time block on the right of the special events view and right-click within it and add an event for schedule defaults. And that will make sure that on the holidays listed in the holiday schedule, my Cafe Aux schedule will remain unoccupied all day. I'll click Save, and it adds those dates to my Cafe Aux schedule as exceptions. I can know that this is true by looking at the Summary tab. And if I look at May 25th, which we said was a holiday in 2020, you see that instead of being the normal Monday schedule of coming on at 7 a.m. and turning off at 3 p.m., I'm unoccupied all day on May 25th, 2020, because of a special event called holidays.